Welcome back. Today I'm going to be drawing Spirit, the stallion of the Cimarron. So let's get started. I'm first going to start with a circle. And I'm going to leave a little highlight and fill in the rest. And then I'm going to give it a curved line around the top. And then a curved line around the bottom, bringing it to a point at the outside. All right, from this area here, I'm going to bring down a slanted line. And leaving space, I'm going to bring down another slanted line and slightly parallel as I get closer to the bottom here. I'm going to bring them a little closer together. Here I'm going to make a square shape, and then underneath that, sideways pentagon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then 5 would be along the top. To round out the bottom of his face, I'm just going to bring a curved line from the pentagon shape here and bring it up slightly and then down around, kind of like a waved line, and then back up on the side, leaving a little space in between here. I'm going to make a leaf shape for his ear, and then a kind of a curved line across here for the top of his head. And then on this side we'll make his other ear. And then to round out his face here, I'm just going to bring a slanted line over and end it with a little line for an arch of his top of his eyebrow here. All right, bring it around the back of his neck. I'll bring a curved line all the way down to there. And let's finish out his face. So I'm going to bring a slanted line up and then a slanted line down and give it a little kind of a curve at the end there. All right, for his mane, I'm going to bring a curved line up and around and then kind of wave it through the back there. And you can make that kind of in any fashion you want. If you want to kind of bring it into a zigzag, I'm going to bring it a little bit down so it looks like a lot of his hair is together, and then another kind of curved line back to a point, and then bring them down. Just make sure that when they come back, they all come back to points. Okay, now I'm going to round out the rest of his body, so bring a curved line around here. And that's going to be about even with the outside of his face. So that's called a drop line. When I come down and see it's about the same same distance or same length away, that's a drop line. Let's do his leg in front of his body here. So I'm going to bring a kind of inside here. I'm going to do a curved line here, curved line on this side, and then I'm going to bring a line kind of diagonally. And then this one's going to be a bent line. And then here I'm going to bring 2 curved lines around for his knee, and then 2 kind of curved lines that curve out slightly, and then his hoof will be down here. For his leg on the other side of his body, I'm going to bring a curved line. This line is kind of a little bit more straight, and then we'll bring 2 down lines, extend them down. His knee is going to be about in this area, so again, curve it. And then 2 more kind of these curved lines that curve out. And then for his heel, we'll kind of slant them this way and then bring a square shape for his hoof. All right, for the back of his body, his neck, his other side of his neck starts on the inside of his eye. So I'm going to bring a curved line around to about here, right outside of his leg. And then I'm going to round out the back of his body with another big curved line to about here, and this is where we can start his hind leg. So I'm going to leave some distance on his body. I'm going to bring around another curved line and then a slanted line down. So I like to draw the legs in sections. So this is kind of the top part of the leg. Again, 2 lines that merge into each other, curved lines for the knee, and then slanted lines down for the shin part of his leg, and then his hoof again is going to be this rectangular shape. We can draw a curved line here to indicate the hoof. And we'll do that on all of them. All right, and then his hind leg back here we'll make, but first let's make his belly, and then his hind leg is that's in back of his body, so it's going to be a kind of a curved line this way, and then another one to follow it parallel, but it's going to be wider at the base and then closer here. His kneecap is here, so 2 rounded lines, and then we're going to do a slant line in the opposite direction, and then his heel is a little curved line here, and then his hoof down here, and we'll round it with a curved line there. So let's separate the color on his legs here. So there's a curved line there. It's slightly above his knee. So on all of the legs, all of his legs. And then we're going to come back over here to his back and we're going to make his tail. So I'm going to just make a line that kind of comes up and then back in and then up. Curve it around, kind of like this S shape on the side, back in. Again, that's that point. And then from here, I'm just going to kind of bring it back down in toward his body. So his tail looks like it's going behind him and the wind's blowing his hair to the side. So let's get started. I'm first going to start with a light color for his skin, and this is called kind of this goldenrod color that I have here. I'm also going to do one more detail line that I forgot, the inside of his ear, right there, and a little line here for the inside of this ear. All right, so this goldenrod color is going to be basically his color for his body. So I'm just going to go all the way around with this, and I'm going to outline first. His nose does not get this goldenrod color. That's going to be a darker color. So we'll go all the way around with this goldenrod color. And it's going to be the top part of each of his legs. The bottom part's going to be a darker color. This movie is a fantastic movie. If you have not seen it, it is called Spirit, once again, Stallion of the Cimarron, and really great movie about, you know, a stallion that wants his freedom, and it's kind of taken away, but, you know, they kind of make an agreement to kind of still keep his freedom. So it's a really positive, influential movie. If you have not seen it, check it out. So just kind of filling in the sections for his upper part of his legs here. Okay, his stomach area. And then his hind leg. And going around the top part of his body here. And then I'm just going to kind of outline his face one more time, give it a little bit of a thicker line, so that when I open up the wider part of my marker, I can just kind of go a little faster to fill that in. Alright, so I'm going to switch to the wider part of the marker and just kind of fill this in with a marker stroke. Again, it's kind of like I'm going back and forth in these really neat lines that kind of just go up and down and create almost this pattern of color. It's just a really nice way to add color and makes it really neat and even. Alright, so now I'm going to go into a darker color. It's going to be a brown. It's going to be a dark brown. And I'm going to use this for the bottom part of his legs. These are kind of thinner areas, so I can just fill this in with the thin part of my marker. I like this color scheme here because it's, you know, kind of a lot of browns and earth tones, but they really play well off of each other to separate the color. One's a little darker, which makes the light stand out, on the lighter color stand out. All right, so I'm going to do this for his tail as well. And again, like I always say, you can always go back and make the outline a little thicker or darker to cover up some of the lines where, you know, you may have went out of the line. I'll do this for his nose. and his mouth. Inside of his ear, we'll give it a little darker color. And then his mane. Again, using that marker stroke to indicate the movement in his hair. It's kind of just going back, these curved lines and all along here. So it looks like it is in that pattern of the hair. All right, I'm going to do a couple more things here. I'm just going to go back and add 2 little areas for his nostrils here. And let's go and add... I'm going to just put in a curved line here for a detail on his neck, and another one right about there. I'm going to go back to that goldenrod color and just finish off his hoofs with this. And that's going to complete our drawing for Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Hope you guys give him a try. He's a lot of fun to draw. Bye.